rejected God and accepted man, and then later Wagner rejected both man and God and put myth in its place. Then Debussy came along and rejected both God and man and myth to embrace nature. And then John Cage came along and rejected nature as well to embrace absurdity as the only real way of explaining the world we live in. And what's left for young people to embrace or accept? Well, along comes Elvis Presley and Buddy Holly, the rebels, the sneering gyrators below the hips, and they began to accept love with another human being as the answer. And much of the country and western and the rock and roll music of the 50s and 60s is about love and kisses and relationships with another woman and how breaking up is hard to do. Well, pretty soon that was rejected by the youth movement. What was left to put in its place? If there was no such thing as enduring love, no such thing as the worship of nature or God or a man-centered universe or even myth, then what's left? Well, you get Simon and Garfunkel, other folk song writers of the 60s and early 70s, coming along to put drugs in its place. Now, not only do I believe that it's possible for young people to be into sex and love in their music or into drugs as a form of lifestyle, as you reject those things too as false solutions, shallow solutions to the meaning of existence, many have turned to the satanic, the occult. And much, not all, but very much modern rock music has eliminated God, man, nature, love, drugs, and has embraced the satanic, the occult, as a solution to the meaning of life.
One of the themes that's predominant in a lot of rock music today is that of Satan worship. Why would that be a popular thing?
Well, it's the ultimate rebellion. If you've been dominated or you feel that you have no freedom, that you've got to express yourself, you usually pick things that are the opposite of that which you've been taught, that allows you to be different and to individuate yourself, to become a person in your own right. And if you've not been given that freedom, then it becomes abundantly clear that you've got to pick something where you can shock people into saying, okay, you're free, and where you can convince yourself that you're free.
What kind of advice would you give to parents who have kids that listen sometimes religiously to this